I can't even get a Superman fucking sequel, and I get a motherfucking crypto film that is so goddamn lazily done, and the cash in, and a barely fit for fucking Netflix. I have no idea why this is in theaters. It should have been on HBO Max as a free film for subscribers so they don't cancel their subscriptions. And this is what DC is fucking around with. It was, obviously, I'm a big Superman fan, so I had to go out and support my boy, Crypto. And surprisingly, Superman was in it quite a lot, played by John Krasinski. He didn't play a bad Superman. He was good. The rest of the film, however, was not very good. I would say save your money. Complete waste of time. This is Netflix level writing and bad. Like, we're talking special. Like, it's below average even on that service. There's much better animated films. But, Joe, it's a kid's film. Now, even small, I mean, yeah, it's going to entertain your small children. But if adults that go along to this movie, they are going to be bored out of their mind. I expected the film to be somewhat funny, and almost every single joke was not funny at all. It was cringy.
The kids in the back weren't even laughing a lot.
They weren't laughing. No, they were a little bored, to be honest. And then at the end, they were like, yeah. You can hear little kids, it was kind of like, But, it was, tepid response to it. And unfortunately, it's the writing here, right? This does nothing creative. It adds nothing. It turns everybody into a punchline. Even the Justice League is a punchline. Superman, punchline. Batman, there better be a licensed toy, punchline.
That better be a licensed toy or I will freak out.
And but none of the punchlines are funny, And the film lacks chemistry and heart. It's as if they said, okay, well, let's try to do, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy? That worked out. Nobody really knew about that. And what a crazy, wacky team with a raccoon. Oh, DC can do it too. What's the most obscure characters? The pets of the superheroes? Let's see if we can pull this off. No. They don't really pull it off. And I'm a Superman fan, so I wanted to like it. I dragged these two to go and see it. So I was like, all right, maybe this could be good. Unfortunately, it was a waste of time and a waste of money, and it wasn't very good. And in fact, has 2 post-credit scenes, and one of them, we'll talk about it in the spoilers. It's insulting. It brings it down a whole nother point that this is the film where I get essentially what I wanted to see on screen. This is the film where it happens. This just goes to show you the priorities of WB with regards to Superman and a certain other upcoming Dwayne Johnson thing. It's just ridiculous. And I guess they thought, hey, let's get Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. They have chemistry. They'll inject some heart and some laughs into our film and some charm. No. The two didn't even have that much chemistry with each other. No. And Dwayne Johnson, without seeing him on screen, that smile and that charisma, just as a voice actor, as Crypto, it didn't really work. And Alex, as we exited the theater, Alex turned to me and he said,
I don't even like Crypto at all as a character, and the Crypto is such an asshole in this movie. I like him even less.
That's what I had. So I was
He's
like,
super good.
No.
Get it?
I love Crypto, and honestly, Crypto is fucking cool in the comics. He can get really scary too. And here it's just standard. This is something you sit your kids in front of, little kids, and you go and you do something else.
Yeah, if you don't love your kids, because if you love your kids, you put them in front of a better movie. Because there's a ton of great children's movies, and this is not one of them. It's not cohesive. Right. It's not voice acted well. Mm-hmm. It is not written well. It is not funny. It is not endearing. It is not charming. I watch a ton of kids movies. We go through all of them on Disney Plus. I've seen all. We grew up at the right time to watch these movies, right?
Yeah.
And so we know what good children's movies look like. Yep. It's a movie that the kids are going to appreciate, but the adults recognize it's written well, that there's like in-jokes for the grown-ups, and then there's all these other things.
Pixar stuff, Illumination stuff. I even like, what's the last bad animation we saw? Minions. I like Minions like double this. Like, I would rather watch that than
this is not a good, this is not something that adults are going to like. And I think if you have really little kids that just like cartoon things, they'll like. But if you have kids that you can have a conversation with, I don't think that they're going to like this movie. I think that them staying at home watching their favorite kids movie is going to be a better evening than watching this thing. Like, this was a monumental waste of time.
Yeah, and with all the star power behind it, I'm a little surprised you got Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Kate McKinnon, John Krasinski, Vanessa Bayer, Natasha Lyonne, Diego Luna, who that could have been any character, Thomas Middleditch, Ben Schwartz, and Keanu Reeves as Batman. I love Keanu Reeves.
Just a paycheck.
The worst Batman. I mean, it's funny as a punchline, as a 100% joke Batman. Yeah, I guess. But I didn't like Ultimate.
Anything?
I didn't want that to come out of my mouth. I didn't like Crypto. I didn't like Ace. I didn't like the Super Pets crew. I didn't like the villain of the film, Lulu, and we get to see a little bit of Lex Luthor. Lulu is a guinea pig that you've seen in the trailers. I thought, who is it that plays
the guinea pig?
Lex? Just
Mark Maron.
Oh, Mark Maron.
Not a good Lex, in
He's
my
a
opinion.
comedian.
I know. I know of him.
Mark Maron's really funny. Kevin
He's
Hart,
really
funny.
Funny guy.
Not in this.
None of these things are funny. It's just their voices
Terrible
saying
writing.
the awful, lazy lines. It's as if everybody was just kind of getting a paycheck. And I don't know if Dwayne had to do this film for DC in order to be Black Adam, or if he's just collecting a check.
He produced it.
He did produce it. We saw at the beginning, production companies, Warner Animation. This is really, honestly, it makes me sad because DC Animation is superb. The fucking storylines for characters, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, in the animated universe is unrivaled. Marvel might be killing it in live action, definitely, but where DC is good is in animated films, particularly drawn animation. Right, so that's what I'm saying. To see this get a theatrical release when I've seen so many of the direct-to-DVD films, even stuff like, Superman's various films that come out, versus the something 5, is a much better film than this one, and it sucks. And so it's not even the real DC Pet Super Team. They have a whole new team, so you're not going to see, I guess Ace is the same name as Batman's dog, and there's not like Streaky the cat from Supergirl or anything like that. They just kind of create the new characters. You got the pig, the turtle, and then eventually, at the end, they kind of get adopted, and there's like a feel-good there. But as far as every single time the film went for emotion, I felt so disconnected. You really hear that soundtrack swell and you roll your eyes because what's happening on screen
did that a lot.
Is not working. And you hear the audio where it's like trying to get you to feel something and you feel nothing. There's only one little touching moment that I felt. I was like, well, that's
manipulative.
That is emotional manipulation with regards to Ace's backstory and why he was essentially, in an adoption center. So
what a disappointment, huh?
Well, here's the thing: is I didn't even expect anything from the film. It's like, really, you went to DC super, because I can see the comments now. We review every film, especially DC films with Superman in it. You went in expecting something good? Yeah, DC animation and DC stories are fucking great. You see that logo, you see all the when the DC does their logo, you see all those characters in silhouette, and it's like,
hey, that one was ruined by CW. Oh, that one was ruined by CW. Oh, that one was ruined by CW.
Like,
that one doesn't get movies
anymore. If this
anymore.
was Marvel, we would have seen all these characters. That guy would have had his own series. That guy would have had 3 movies. I can't even get a Superman fucking sequel, and I get a motherfucking crypto film that is so goddamn lazily done, and the cash in, and a barely fit for fucking Netflix. I have no idea why this is in theaters. It should have been on HBO Max as a free film for subscribers so they don't cancel their subscriptions. And this is what DC is fucking around with. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They even have a teaser to Black Adam in this, as if the audience of DC Super Pets are going to filter right into Black Adam, which that has me even fucking concerned, because I thought Black Adam is supposed to be mature, it's supposed to be dangerous, it's supposed to be anti-hero, he's supposed to kill people. You want little kids from they watch this shit to go and watch Black Adam?
PG-13.
What the fuck? Yeah. A video game based on the film we played. Honestly, I was like, God, I hope the movie is better than this, because it is fucking bad. It's one of those classic movie license gang, AngryJoe, thinking about doing a review on it, but there's not much there to review, honestly. And this film, it's really not that much better. It's really not that much better. So, what else? What else can you guys say about it? What'd you think of the film, Joe?
It was cheap. It was cheap.
Cheap?
Story
What do you mean by
was it just looked cheap. The animation, stuff
I know,
like
right?
that. Yeah, it was a stereotype with the villains. Everything was super generic. I honestly didn't care for the jokes. And yeah, this is a kids movie, but also
I'm
Lego
so tired of that excuse.
Lego Batman. That's a kids movie.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing movie.
Fucking amazing. Funny.
So it can
great
be
writing.
done.
It can entertain kids and adults simultaneously.
Yeah, it can be done. This is just a cash grab. That's exactly what it
Content.
felt like.
Yep.
It was terrible. I hated it.
Sorry I put you through it, Joe. As a Superman fan, would you go out and support this
No.
film?
No.
I would.
As someone who's not a Superman fan,
sorry.
don't support this film either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from everybody, this makes up everyone. You're either a Superman fan or you're not a Superman fan. So though no one in the world should see
Now,
this
I will
movie.
say there was one family in the back that was laughing hysterically at some of the jokes towards the end, and I was like,
They were giving the kids beer
I don't
or
want to
something.
live here anymore. I don't want to be on Earth anymore. Just okay. Anyway,
Yeah, total waste of time. Don't support this in any way. And I feel bad because it's like there are talented people that like involved.
it's a great concept,
But
too.
the issue is like the guy who directed it is also the writer for it, and he just
Jared Stern.
stop letting this person write things. Like this is it. Like I don't know if he's done a bunch of other things, but this was terrible.
You.
I wanna know now.
You want to know?
Yes.
You don't want to know.
I do.
American screenwriter, director, producer. He is notable work: the Lego Batman movie and the Lego Ninjago movie. He collaborated with John Whittington on both of those.
Was he the
They
writer?
probably didn't
He
tell
was
him.
the writer. He was the writer on Mr. Popper's Penguins, The Watch, The Internship, Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, and Happy Anniversary, and then DC League of Super Pets. I have no idea what happened.
Well, something
here.
happened. Maybe
Not
he got
funny.
in a really bad car accident and his brain doesn't work anymore.
Not funny.
I'm just trying to think of because like Lego Batman's great. Maybe he was just
It's
working
amazing.
with other
Yeah.
people
Batman
that
is
did
amazing.
more writing
That's
than
what
him.
I'm thinking. He got more creative.
He's like, no, I can.
the one writer that was in the corner of the writing room.
Yeah.
So written screenplay by, there were 5. Seth Graham-Smith on Lego Batman. Seth Graham-Smith, Chris McKenna, Eric Summers, Jared Stern, and John Whittington. And I think John Whittington was like leading it. So from one of the writers of Lego
Yeah.
Batman that
No,
most
that
of
doesn't mean anything. It's like kind of like the Wayne movies, the Wayne brother movies. It's like from one of the Wayne brothers.
It's like which one? The one that's talented or the other one?
Damn. All right, guys. Even as a Superman fan, I can't ask you to go out
No.
and see this film and waste your time and money. As a Dwayne Johnson fan, The Rock fan, who I want to give him as much success and box office success as I can so that he can get his way with WB Creative to potentially get a Superman Black Adam crossover, which I guess he can now say is fulfilled after watching this film. We'll talk about stuff in spoilers, but it's very insulting. Even as a Dwayne Johnson fan, I can't say go out and see this. If you're a mega fan and completionist and
for it.
it's on Netflix or it's on HBO Max, which I guess is where it would be eventually. and it's free, then yeah, put it on while you're doing stuff in the background.
Or just lie and tell people that you watched it, but then don't.
It's actually just not a good film.
It's not.
It's not. I'd much rather rewatch any number of good animated sequels or other films. Yeah. So let's go for final verdicts, and then we'll jump into spoilers, so that you don't have to fucking waste your money.
3. This is a forgettable film. You're not going to remember much of it. Everything's pretty generic.
Yeah.
Just make up your story in your own head, and that's basically probably better than...
It's probably better than this.
It's probably better than this. The actors, everything was phoned in. Didn't like it. 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is a bad film. I mean, it's worse than below average. I mean, you have funny people involved. They had funny people acting in this movie, and there's no funniness.
No
you have
charisma.
incredibly charming, charismatic actors. The Rock is
Diego
one of them.
Luna does nothing.
And he just like you don't even know that he's
It's
in
just
this
he has an accent. Ha ha ha.
A turtle curses 3 times when they bleep it out. That's like the funniest
She says
thing.
shit 3 times,
And then
but it's bleep.
they bleep it out. Like it's not funny. I said it before.
She's
it's not
old.
funny. It's not endearing. There's nothing in here that I think is going to make even little kids happy. Rent Homeward Bound, rent another animal movie, stay at home, and just do something else, because this isn't worth your time, your effort, your money, your gas, anything. Don't do this movie. It's a 3.
That's my thumbnail, by the way. It's a fucking 3. It is. I mean, that's what I had in my head when I was watching it as it was getting worse. And you know, and some of the cute moments and some of the heart that they were trying to go for, I could think. And then the kids laughing in the background, and the dumb families laughing at anything, just wanting to be entertained. Because it's, look, you know, I
spend $100 to be in the movie
You're
theater.
spending $100 in the movie theater. You're constantly, kids running around screaming in your ears and stuff, and you get a little bit of break to be entertained. You're up for anything. But I mean, not this. So I went down from a 4 to a 3 because of that final scene and what we're getting here. So, anyways, that's it. Don't waste your money. This had a budget of $90 million. Holy shit! Because that
Rock's expensive.
That did not go in the animation, my friend. That went to The Rock. That went to some of these other voice actors and shit, and then it went into fucking, I don't know, a write-off. I don't fucking know. Anyways, so that's our review. Stick around if you, like us, do not want to waste your time. You just kind of want to know what the hell happens in it. We will talk to you in the spoilers section. If not, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Hey guys, welcome to the spoilers section for DC League of Super Pets. So we get another Krypton blowing up sequence, and I honestly liked cute Clark, baby Clark, and baby Crypto. You know, their character models are cute, and that's another thing I forgot to say. I hate the character models. Like on all of these things. The visual style of this cartoon, I just didn't like, except for the baby version. So we get the Krypton explosion, and it turns out that Crypto jumps into the pad. So he's had different origins, and so in this one, he jumps into the little rocket ship as he goes away, and his parents say he's going to need a friend. And then years later, you know, there's Superman and Crypto, they're best friends. Superman always gives him walks. So Crypto's messing around with him to have him wake up, and fucking we go to the animals. Go to an
Well,
animal shelter.
Crypto hates Lois Lane because she's encroaching on his territory, and Crypto's kind of an asshole for the first half of this movie. And actually, he's not kind of an asshole.
Oh, that was the other part that I chuckled at.
He walks up to a shelter pet and is like, "At least I got an owner." And it's like, you're making fun of a shelter dog. Like, Crypto is a piece of shit for half of this movie. And I get that they're trying to set up an arc,
He
but
doesn't even have super smell. Like, he didn't even know that as a dog you have good smell. I don't buy it, but okay. So he picks up Lois in one of his daydreams and throws her into the ocean. That part made me laugh. But I saw that in the fucking trailer.
Yeah,
so, anyways, so because these animals at the dog park are like, bro, you know, Superman is going to get rid of you because we're seeing it right now. This girl, that's what happened to me. I used to sleep in the bed. Now I sleep at the side. And so that's what gets
It's time to move
worried.
on. You need your own friends.
Exactly. So Lois and Superman think that let's get him some friends. So that's when we go to these rescue pets, and one of them is a hairless guinea pig that lost her hair because Lex Luthor was experimenting with all the different types of kryptonite on her, so she lost her hair. Lulu. What did you guys think of Lulu?
I would say that it's not the worst part of the movie.
I disliked her. I guess Kate McKinnon's performance is just I didn't like it at all. But yeah, so yeah, they gave her a bunch of different kryptonite types, and
I think the purple one made her hair fall off, and then she figured out the orange one, the one he was trying to get.
Red made her hair, yeah, and then orange is apparently you can get the powers.
X kryptonite.
That's not. I mean, if we look it up here, exposure to pink kryptonite could switch Superman's gender, while orange kryptonite could give him powers and abilities of an animal. So it's a little bit reverse there, but that gives her superpowers as Lex Luthor, for no fucking reason, is pulling orange kryptonite out of the sky, just randomly flies by Earth one day, and instead of using his technology to go and harvest it in a very secretive manner and a very surprise, he uses the thing to bring it, and so it alerts the Justice League right away. So they beat him up, and they take, and Crypto goes over there with Superman and defeats him. Fortunate, and he tried to keep some of the orange kryptonite, some small pieces, but Justice League wins again. And they're all kind of like, they all show up, and they're all jokes of themselves. I don't recognize Green Lantern. They've got, Green Lantern shows up. It's not Jon Stewart. It's not
Rainer. It's not anyone
it's like, it's Jessica Cruz. It's Tumblr. It's Tumblr lady, okay? And I get Jessica Cruz. I had to look up, like what, the 5th or 7th Green Lantern on Earth? Jesus Christ! All right, why? Anyways, Cyborg is in it, Joe. Your favorite character?
Booyah!
He looks dumb as fucking.
I don't know what the design was on that.
It was awful. He had like an afro, half an afro, and then his machinery was like. Ugh, just character models or
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, and then the Aquaman was like a combination of Surfer Bro and Momoa, but they didn't want to choose.
He had a hook hand though. That was cool.
He had a hook hand, which is lame in the comics. Anyway,
no, he cuts his own arm off. It's badass because he's a hook hand.
Cool. But anyway, so finally the Justice League and everybody takes care of business, and then instead of like making sure that all the orange kryptonite is in orbit, one small piece that has been thrown in orbit it's so far out in space. Another purple laser tractor beam pulls it in. You're like, okay, Lex had the whole time. He had this side plan where he was going to wait until they're done. Haha, I did it while you weren't looking. It turns out it was Lulu. Lulu built a fucking tractor beam out of
pencils, a CD,
things that she could cut off humans who were walking to her cage. So none of this film makes any fucking sense, by the way, and not the kind of dumb shit where it's like, oh, it's so dumb it's funny. No, it's just fucking lazy, and there's several times that it happens, like. Crypto's collar has a projector of his father, but it's only the Kryptonian collar. But then at one point, he's just wearing a normal collar, and it just projects from the normal collar as if they were like, oh, fuck, well, yeah. This collar has
money,
it too.
All right?
This collar has it too.
We forgot. We just kind of forgot.
And they give Crypto the exact same backstory where he can talk to his father anytime. But this father, I liked.
And Dog L.
He was a funny character. Dog L.
Keith David,
who is legendary. Again, like there's so
that
many great
was the
voice
only
actors
good part
with nothing
Keith
to
David
do
because of his voice and the things that he gave.
So unique.
But so she grabs this piece, makes all the pets in the pet store with her superpowered. So you got Ace. He has the power of
being indestructible
and super strength.
And the squirrel gets electricity, I guess, from shock, or from static shock, or from Shazam. No, because it didn't say Shazam. So just electricity. And then the pig gets the powers to grow or
shrink.
And the turtle gets, haha, get it? He's super fast now. He gets the flash power.
Yeah, the horny grandma turtle.
Isn't it a guy? Isn't it like, what is the turtle's name? It's Mortimer? Merton. Merton's a girl? I know it's a female voice actress, but what's a Merton? All right, fine. Anyways, Merton is super horny turtle who's always trying to fucking
have sex with hard hats.
But it's like the unfunny, like old people wanting to have sex kind, and I guess, I mean, that sounds great on paper, and the actress with her. And the actress, Natasha Lyonne, she's cool in Russian Doll. We like her, but she's not given... It's just, I hate all the side characters. Anyway, so what happens next? All the characters. Yeah. Unfortunately. So they break out of the, Lulu breaks out. She's got the orange kryptonite, rips her way out, and they have this side story of all the cats always get rescued, and they don't get rescued. So she's, I'm not a monster. I'm going to let this cat go. Whiskers or whatever, and she's like, could you break us out? And I was like, nah, y'all are losers. So they leave there, so they have to break themselves out. Well, earlier actually, Ace meets Crypto and he breaks out because he's always trying to lick the lock to get him break out. But and that's when they meet, and it's like
it's prison break.
Two
just
different
got out of jail.
Yeah. And, God, I fucking hate talking about this film. It's such a fucking waste of time. Anyways, what else?
They all break out. They go to the park, and he's like, oh, you guys are ready to go to the farm. And then they meet up with Crypto, who ate some cheese because Lulu poisoned him, and Lulu had some kryptonite and beat up Superman.
Yeah, that's the first thing Lulu does when she gets out. And she knocks on Superman's door and beats him up with kryptonite. So fuck. And then she beats up Crypto's dog with Superman. It's so easy to fucking fuck up Superman in any fucking... It's just the whole problem with kryptonite is you write it as strong or as weak as you want. And in this, it's just proximity to it makes you weak. But that doesn't... it's certain proximity because at some point it falls like one or two buildings over, and Superman can fight a little bit again.
She's too powerful with her telekinesis.
But she uses her telekinesis to fly it over and bullets slam into him, and so he's taken out. And same thing with Crypto, who is very upset that Clark, this night he was supposed to go out on a date with Lois.
It was great British Bake Off night. It was, so they said it was the finale, and they're like, it's Pie Night. Well, it can't be the finale and Pie Night because that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's again lazy writing. None of it makes any
Hollywood
sense.
was talking about soggy, like not having soggy bottoms on the pie crust. It's like that's the greatest part of this movie is 4 seconds from the Great British Bake Off. You should stay at home and watch that instead.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good show. Anyway, so she defeats him and defeats Crypto because she put some cheese. He thought it was the cheese that Clark gave him. He's he's not that bad of a guy. Maybe I should just chill. And then he fucking gets depowered by the cheese. And because he swallows the kryptonite, should probably fucking kill you. But okay, fine. Kids movie. Instead, he loses his powers for 2 to 3 days, and he has to rely.
It's gotta get past through.
And he just so happens to see electricity in the distance. He thinks it's Lex or whatever, so he goes over there. It's obviously the animals that we've seen that escapes. And he basically asks them for help against Lex and against Lulu, or really just to stop Lulu because Lex is arrested. And Lulu's whole thing is that she wants to break out Lex and please Lex because Lex is her owner and they went through everything together. And they keep telling her, like, Lex doesn't care about you. And you're like, oh, here we know what's coming. Lex is going to betray Lulu once he gets there, even stupidly because, I mean, Lulu is able to... find a bunch of guinea pigs. I guess this one was maybe the third joke that made me laugh. These guinea pigs are just eating, watching her, and they're like, yeah, we don't really want to join you because like it's easier to just do what we're doing here. And they also teach a Spanish class because she's like in an elementary or something. But she superpowers all these guinea pigs, gives one fire, one water, one turns into a big muscled monster.
Fabio.
And Fabio, one has rainbow powers that don't really do anything. And then the rest, one gets lasers out of its mouth. And so she creates an army of... these pets, and almost immediately Batman shows up. It's like, okay, he's got this. No, Batman's a fucking joke, and Keanu Reeves gets overwhelmed by a bunch of guinea pigs. Fine, they are all superpowered, and Batman's not superpowered, but defeating the entire Justice League at one point with Lulu, it's like, God damn it. I get it. They need to get out the Justice League so that we can do the DC Super Pets. But it felt like there could have been some other way to do it, or some other more clever way to do it, or have them do the Secret Life of Super Pets in a different way, or have the Justice League off planet and them have to handle something, just something, because it's just, anyways.
They depower Cyborg by removing his battery. They
pull
even
his
make
battery
little
out,
jokes.
yeah.
Like, I don't
Like
even
that.
think that's how it even works.
Exactly. They don't fucking care. The movie doesn't fucking
Like,
care.
we just need to get rid of him. So
Yeah.
let's do something.
They play everything for laughs, but they forgot to make it funny, and so you just sit there. And
Unfortunately,
you're like, oh my God.
Not
he's
good
rolling your
music.
eyes.
Writing very below average. We're talking animated Netflix stuff, and I'm just so surprised. And
And so they discover the power of friendship, and through the power of friendship and teamwork, they are able to overcome, and they use their powers together, and they are able to free the Justice League, who have 2 minutes left to live, and then they.
She manages to defeat Justice League, put them all in individual containers. Aquaman is put into
It's like a hamster,
fish tank.
a whole hamster cage thing.
For Flash has the hamster thing. Superman gets a kryptonite bubble. Aquaman gets thing, and then the guinea pigs feed Aquaman some fish food. That was all right. Maybe I'll give one chuckle there.
Maybe one.
maybe one there. Anyway, so yeah, the pets show up. This whole thing, there's a subplot of Ace lying to them about going to a farm. And Crypto says, you know what, I do have a farm. I was growing up on a farm. And when Ace pulls him aside and says, please don't tell him I lied to them, he's like, don't worry about it. I'll take you to my farm at the end. And, if you just do this for me. Then they drop that side plot. The side plot never comes up again.
Because they found family. But again, Crypto was being a jackass. He's like, hey, I know I betrayed you last time, but now I'm going to blackmail you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got to blackmail you into doing this because Crypto's a dickhead. And yeah.
Anyway, so then they show up at the prison cell where Lulu attempts to break out Lex. She breaks out Lex, and of course Lex in a sort of dream sequence where they're like, yay, and then they're all together. He puts her into a prison cell himself. He's like, you think I'd work with you? And it's like, what? Like, she just did everything that you have never not been able to do, defeat the Justice League. They're going to die in 20 minutes, and you're just a fucking idiot. Anyways, so he betrays Lulu. And
how would he die exactly? With just an explosion? Because I don't think they would die from an explosion.
I don't know. I don't fucking care. The movie doesn't care. I don't care. Okay. Before that, they got put into the prison cells themselves. So they're like, fuck, how do we get out of these prison cells? They've all been built and measured to contain people with superpowers, so the pig can't expand. Or the pig does expand, but the cell is stronger than her, I guess.
You need super strength only.
Only super strength. Only Superman could break out of the cage. It's like, but what? No, that's just stupid. It's just written that way. Like, there could be any number of superheroes that could break it out. And how could one cell in one design be designed for every single person except for Superman?
In his cell.
Right. So then that's another thing. Is like, okay, I got it, right? Here we go. So Crypto manages to break out. But how? He had kryptonite in him.
He pooped.
So it's like, your poop does smell like sandalwood because he said that earlier. It's like,
my poop don't smell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if he smelled the poop, that means he pooped in the cage. And if he pooped in the cage, then that would mean that the kryptonite is right there, exposed again, making him weak.
The kryptonite is coated with fecal matter, so it's blocking off the radiation.
Oh, did you know that? All Superman has to do is cover a kryptonite in poo-poo. And then he's...
There you go.
So he breaks out of the cell with kryptonite in the cell with him. He breaks out of the cell. It's like, fuck, you guys don't even care. And I know children don't care about that, and I get it, but it's, you could make it.
At this point, I didn't care either. Because, like, yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But it's like, I just want this movie to be over.
That's exactly how the writers felt.
Yeah. And so basically, Crypto gets his powers back, but he's made some friends. So he says, "You guys got to stay behind because
I don't want anything to happen to you guys."
So he defeats all of the guinea pigs with ease. These guinea pigs that just finished murdering all of the Justice League. Now, they didn't murder them. They captured them and put them in cages.
Could have murdered them.
But Crypto single-handedly takes them all out very easily. And Lulu manages to get Lex. What happened?
She puts him in a hamster ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Puts him in a hamster ball and then fires him off into the sky. Or no, hold on. So I'm confused because she makes him choose between two.
Well, she puts Lex in the hamster cage just above the Superman enclosure. So the Justice League plus Lex are in evil Lex headquarters. And then when Crypto shows up, she's like, tell you what. I have Lois Lane over here is about to die, and
she shows up in a helicopter, and then she captures her.
Yeah, and so it's like either Lois Lane dies, or you can save the whole Justice League and Lex Luthor, and then Crypto flies off to save Lois and says, "You people who can't fly, figure out a way to get up in space."
That's right.
And
it would have been much easier for
Crypto can go. Crypto could do the other thing, and it'd be easier for but stupid,
dumb as fuck because Crypto can fly and the other team can't fly, and the other team
just like enhance and
let the helicopter land harmlessly on its belly, which is what she does later on.
Makes sense.
Okay, so that team goes after the rocket who can't fly because they need to do some sequence because it's like, fuck, we haven't really put in a lot of action and the team doing cool things. So let's figure out something. The pig grows really fast to try to outgrow a rocket.
Successfully.
And she kind of successfully doesn't quite reach it. So then the turtle has to run fast off of the back of the pig, also taking the squirrel with it. And then the dog with it. And
they're just at the edge waiting to get boosted up from the turtle.
So then the dog latches on to the rocket. Then the squirrel creates a hole in the rocket, which then ejects the Justice League. Meanwhile, Crypto saves easily in half a second, saves Lois, but I guess he's too busy with smiling at Lois, and the relationship is repaired somehow because he saves Lois. Yeah. So then Lulu's all pissed off because they saved the day and the Justice League is freed. And so she puts all the pieces of orange kryptonite into her individual brain shell. She kind of breaks it up, which is a creative idea on paper where you take all the orange and then fucking micro and then just fucking put it all over in your brain. And then she turns into a fucking huge monster because that's what these films do when you're creatively bankrupt and you have nothing else to do. It's like, let's just make it bigger and better and more badass. And she screams and they have a fight with the Justice League. Only this time the Justice League chooses an individual animal that they like to help them attack Mega Lulu. And everybody finds a good animal. Fucking Wonder Woman uses the pig. Tumbler Core Lantern uses the Chip, the lightning guy, and Batman's like, I work better alone, except for Alfred, and then he starts to name off all the people. While they're fighting Lulu, he's busy naming off all the people that he fights. Eventually, he's like, oh, screw it, let's go. And him and Ace team up, and they all they take down the villain, but she's too powerful. And the most fucking eye-rolling inducing plot point that is so dumb, and again, also does not make sense, logical sense. Earlier in the film, they set up Chekhov's gun. The pig goes, oh my God, that's Crypto! and just random conversation. Krypto's special move is the super paw punch.
It kills him if he does it, so how do you know it's a super move?
And if he's never done it before, then how do we know that it does all this shit? It's so fucking stupid.
Wikipedia.
What is it? Well, you fly up into the sun, you absorb all the sun's power, and then you come down and you get one final punch that destroys both the villain and the superhero, which makes no sense. And he's like, yeah, not even Superman's done that. I'm like, yes, Superman has done that several times. In fact, just recently, Superman and Lois has done that as well. He's done it 1,000 times in the comics. That's kind of Superman's thing, but okay, fine.
It was better in Kung Fu Hustle, all right.
It happened in Kung Fu Hustle? I don't remember.
The hand, what is it, the Buddha's hand? You don't remember?
Oh, I was thinking Kung Pao for some reason. You were thinking Kung Pao too?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, because it's something that silly. Anyway, so the Krypto flies up to the sun, absorbs all the power. He hears the echoey voice of Kevin Hart, who said, if you really care, you got to do anything for you. It's like... and then flies down 1,000 miles an hour and punches Lulu out. And Krypto would have been killed, I guess, by the explosion and the shower of white lines coming towards him. But the invulnerable Ace uses his superpowers of shielding to save him.
What about all the other non-invulnerable people that were fighting Lulu?
Fuck them.
They are all dead.
Okay, good.
Fuck them.
Anyway, so after everything, Krypto basically allows Superman to marry Lois. I don't know. He gives
you have
it
my
his
blessing
because he's such a fucking jerk. And all the pets get adopted except for Lulu, who gets put in hot dog water. That's her punishment for destroying the Justice League and kicking everybody's ass.
You ever smelled that shit, though? That's a punishment.
Yeah, she doesn't go to jail or anything. They just put her in hot dog water, and everybody forgets about Lulu, even the Justice League, even the Super Pets. Nobody remembers this fucking person. The guinea pigs that she, at some point, used as an army and then abused when she smashed them together, water and fire, which was another all right part. These two guinea pigs, Mark and Steve or something like that, I liked them. And they formed their own superhero team. So now the DC League of Super Pets is combined by all of the adoption pets and then these two guinea pigs.
Yeah, Cyborg gets the flame one and Aquaman gets the water guinea pig.
True that. Yeah. And that's and then we get 2 mid-credit sequences. We get Mercy, who has been in the film to just do her eye rolling. Oh my God, this is so stupid. Oh, I'm not paid enough for this. She's like, you know what? We should team up. I'll give you a pen. And then Lulu is adopted by Mercy. And I guess in a sequel, they will.
Hopefully there's no sequel. I was
God.
just thinking that same thing. I was like, please.
So
don't
Lucy
let there be
saves her
one.
from the hot dog water, and then you have to wait all the way to the post-credit sequence. Everybody in the theater was mad at me because I was like, nope, there's one more. I looked it up. Get this.
It's the scene you
DC
wanted, though, right?
and WB and all of their intelligent glory, the higher-ups have decided that, we're going to give the fans what they want. We see a meeting between Superman and Black Adam.
You see the back of Black Adam. And
Black Adam meets Superman by flying down, and he's like, hey, Black Adam, or something like that. The animosity is there. But before they can really interact, it was interrupted by Krypto meeting Black Adam's dog, who was basically saying, there's a chew toy there. And he's like, we do whatever we want. We're anti-heroes. And he's like, well, no, you're either a villain or you're a hero. That doesn't make sense. He's like, no, it does make sense. It's cool. We just kill people. We do whatever we want. And it's in a children's movie. It's like, okay, cool. And then he says, well, I don't know. He tricks Black Adam's dog by taking him to Pluto. And so Black Adam's dog is like, okay, we'll go to Pluto. Black Adam could go to Pluto. And he grabs Black Adam and flies to Pluto. Before Superman and Black Adam can, I don't know, have a fight.
Isn't that what you were waiting for, though?
I was what I was waiting for the whole fucking time. Yeah,
this
Black
is the
Adam.
only
and
time
Superman.
you're gonna get it.
No. Thankfully, there was DC animated films has Shazam, Black Adam, where Superman's in it, and I just need an animated. I just need a live action version of that if they ever do eventually do that, because that was it was done perfectly. So I don't need DC League of Super Pets to fucking give us the Batman or the Black Adam Superman crossover, but they did anyway because this is how DC is good at this shit, right? They're just great at it. They just fuck shit up. And it is fucking embarrassing. It is a train wreck, and it is really cringy to watch. Thankfully, they're doing good stuff with Batman. Thankfully, we got some good talent behind the Batman with Patterson as Batman. And
there's already been so many Batmans.
No, man. Come on, man. I'm scratching at things here. Again, I don't want to get pissed off because this is the kind of Fisher-Price shit we're getting instead of goddamn, a second Superman film. Motherfucking Ant-Man is having an Ant-Man trilogy and team-up films in 7 different films, and Superman can't even get a goddamn
Thor had
sequel.
4, and the first 2 were shitty.
Hey, there was Batman v Superman.
No.
Oh, okay, so check this out. It will be available to stream on HBO Max 45 days after its theatrical release. I feel
Just
even
wait.
more like a piece of shit and a wasted my time, my money, and that sucks. So we did it, so you don't have to.
You don't have to.
This never happened. A Looney Tunes cartoon titled Sick as a Hare, starring Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, will be released on theaters alongside the film. That didn't play before ours. Maybe they mean on fucking HBO Max, I guess. Instead, we got Alamo Drafthouse put some funny chihuahua in a Superman outfit, and I was recording it. Yeah. Anyways. That's it, guys.
Good times. Don't go watch it. Obviously, just wait.
What's so weird is in the United States and Canada, DC League of Super Pets will be released alongside Vengeance, and it's projected to gross 25 to 30 million. They projected it to gross 25 to 30 million, but it's a $90 million film. I guess maybe in the first week they think, or that's the opening week. I don't know.
They knew
and maybe
it
it can make up the money. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Just so weird. Anyways, that's it, guys. What did you think? Looking forward to all the comments. It's just a kids' film. What did you expect? You guys
So
are
the
idiots.
other ones.
You're so negative on everything. This was a bad animated film that was not as fun, not very funny, and I wish it was much better. Because honestly, I would love to tell y'all, go check out Crypto. You'll be a big Crypto fan. Instead, the opposite happened. Alex hates crypto, will always hate crypto, and this didn't help.
Yeah, fuck you, crypto bros. All you guys are idiots.
I also hate crypto, but not that crypto. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe show.